Namaste, welcome at Pankaja's Ayurveda channel. Very happy to be with you on this very last day of the year. So, I want to continue my practical tips for your immunity, for your digestive fire, digestive capacity, like we started a few days ago. And I was mentioning that I learned so many practical tips from my Ayurveda teachers and Ayurvedic doctors around the world, how we really can empower ourselves to have strength from the inside in our immune system, in our digestive tract, which is very deeply related with our immune system, and also to have a strong mind. That's very important to not drown in fears and doubts and in different scenarios than that we can imagine in these very difficult, challenging times. So it's very important right now to focus, to centralize yourself. And for that, I want to share a lot of practical goodies, like we say, practical tips that everyone can integrate. And I'll do like one by one so that it is easy to digest. So last time I was sharing about how important it is to scrape your tongue in the morning. I show the tongue scraper again. This is a travel small tongue scraper, stainless steel if possible. That's the best substance which works for all three doshas. As we say in the Ayurveda, we are all a little different in our individual energy field, how the doshas, the main energies, work in our body. But stainless steel tongue scraper works perfect for everyone. And we do that in the early morning to remove the waste, these substances that collect on the surface of our tongue during the night, sometimes even during in the day. If there is a lot of toxins in our body, then there is some like a whitish, grayish layer on the tongue, and this we want to remove, rinse with the water, remove again. Do this several times, like maybe 7 times or as needed, and rinse after that, brushing our teeth, and then drinking a cup of hot or warm hot water. Very important to flush your kidneys, to wake up your system. The first thing that should go into your body is warm water, not tea, not coffee, not anything else. This can come later on. So that was the tips from last time, and now I want to keep it short. I will just jump in the new recommendation of today, and that is Nasya. Some of you might have heard of it. So it is a nasal oil. It's a medicated oil, a specific oil cooked with a lot of different herbs that protect our immunity, that help to build a layer on our mucosal substance, on our mucosal layer actually inside the nostrils, so that different particles can get stuck there and not easily enter in our body. So they get stuck and even like inactivated through the, or partly at least inactivated through the herbs that are integrated in the Nasya oil. So this was one of the ideas to strengthen the entry ports, like your nostrils and your throat, so that like air that enters your body with all the different polluted particles, bacteria, virus, whichever floats around us, if it wants to enter, that it gets stuck right at the entry and even deactivated as much as possible. It is said, I learned that some of these herbs, they deactivate the spikes that are on surfaces of virus, for example, so that they are not that powerful to be able to enter into our cells. So that's what we want. We want to keep our cells, our system as an integrity, and only allowing in whatever is beneficial for us. So I want to show this to be very practical. So I'm using Super Nasya oil in the US. You can easily get it at the Ayurvedic Institute. It's a formula that is created by my famous master, beloved master, Dr. Vasant Lad. His picture is right here behind me. And it's a very beautiful combination of herbs together in sunflower oil. And so this is suitable for everyone. So you don't have to know your Prakriti, Vikriti, or your doshas, anything. So unless you have like nose bleeding or something specifically is hurt in this area of your body, or else you just consult with your doctor if you have any doubt if you should use it. So traditionally it is used that you really put these drops deep down into your nostrils while holding back your head or laying down. So it's a real therapy that is done with therapists in a panchakarma treatment, in one of these deep cleansing and rejuvenation therapies that can be done in the Ayurveda. And then you also have a specific preparation of your body before you get it. And you will have also facial oil massage and a hot towel to open up your system so that you allow it even deeper in. So this is something that can be done in a panchakarma or with a trained therapist, right? But for yourself, you can do the easy way how to use it, and that is called Marsha. Marsha is just putting a little bit of oil on the tip of your ring finger, and then just at the entrances of your nostrils, lubricating all around, all the different sides. I will show this now if you don't mind. So have a tissue with you to clean your finger afterwards, because also you might pull out a little toxic little substances which collects there. Here you want to see it, sorry. So I put a little drop of oil on my little finger. Both usually I do, but you can also only use the left one. Traditionally, I think we would do that. And so I do it in the bathroom, then it's okay when it drips. Here I have a plate. And then I'll use the left one now, which is recommended. And you will just go into your nostril, just the entrance, and you will just go in a circle, like clockwise circle, all around. And then the other one, all around. And you don't have to go deep inside by yourself, right? And that's pretty much it. You can repeat it on the other side. And then you clean your finger. And you can inhale, like sniffing it in a little bit, not too forceful, but a little bit. And then again, just lubricating the openings like that. Perfect. So it's a very refreshing feeling, and it is said in the Ayurveda that the nostrils are the entrance port to the Majja Dhatu, to your nervous system in the brain. So this is very important also to clear out any mental confusion that might be there, any depression, any sleeping disorders. Headaches can improve with that, earaches, sinus congestions. So many different areas in the face, around in the head, locally. Even neck pain can improve by doing regular Nasya, and then specifically a very calming, cooling, clearing effect for your mind. And what we are aiming right here, the practical use to strengthen these entry ports, to not allow anything harmful to come into your system or to become active there. So additionally, after you clean your finger, I suggest put another little drop of oil on your little finger, and then you put it on 2 different Marma points. So Marma are different energy, vital energy points in your body. So one is Jatru Marma, right here at the top of your sternum, this top part. So you have a little soft part here, the jugular notch, and right below that, where the bone part starts, there is Jatru Marma. So you put a drop of this oil and you do a circular movement. So here you can actually also use other fingers if that's easier. Just the little one is very practical for the nostrils. So here I would actually use the index and middle finger, but whatever is comfortable for you. So you do a circular movement here, and then you can tap on it. Wake up, wake up, wake up. This is the thymus gland below here, and this is very important for our immune system. So even if it is said in the Western perspective that in adults the thymus gland is not active anymore or not so active, but it is related. It is related with the spleen, which is one of the main glands for our immunity system, with the tonsils, with all the different lymph nodes, so where our white blood cells are trained and are built up to be really good, successful fighters for our body, for our immunity. And so we give an impulse, a really deep impulse for our immunity here at Jatru Marma. This is Jatru. And then the second Marma point I would recommend is the navel. It's Nabi Marma. It's right in your navel. So same thing, you still have a little oil on your finger, and you just go into your navel. If you feel uncomfortable, then you just go around your navel. That's also totally fine. So if you go around your navel, you go in a circular movement, again clockwise around the navel, or even inside the navel if that feels comfortable. It's a very intimate spot, so we do a lot of therapy, especially inside and around the nabi in a Marma treatment. It's one of my favorite therapies I'm offering if it is possible to work in person. So, but we can do self Marma on us, especially in these times now. So you can put some of this beautiful strengthening oil in your nabi, in your navel or around your navel, and this is it's said to be a crossing point of 72,000 nadis. Nadis are very subtle energy channels in our body. They are crisscrossing all our system, and they meet in the navel. So this is a real power point. Some call it the hara, or it's a little below the navel and above the navel. There are different points which are related to our also willpower and to our ego in a good sense, into like what is my duty, my responsibility, also my power, and also where are my boundaries. So we work on all these when we work on our Nabi Marma. So this is the practical tip for today. Nasya oil, Super Nasya, for example, at the Ayurvedic Institute, or here in Europe, I recommend the Nasya oil by Maharishi Ayurveda. This is also a very tri-doshic composition, and there is many more. So there is Anu Thailam, which is a little more pungent, which is very good for if there is more kapha and like a tendency to often having sinus congestion. You could use Anu Thailam, but not with a high pitta. So that's why go with one which is like easy, adaptable, easy usable for everyone, which would be a Super Nasya or the Maharishi Ayurveda Nasya oil. That's the two ones I know and I use, so that's why I mentioned them. But any other will do, or if you are in doubt, just consult with an Ayurvedic practitioner. And if you have any questions I can answer, I'm happy to try to answer. So just you can contact me on my website, that is pankaja.com, or my email is ayurveda@pankaja.com, or just here in the comments below, and I will of course answer them. So I hope you enjoyed this tip for today, and I will share another video these days for the end of the year and the shift of the year. So if you like, you can join me in that too. And I will also record some chanting to bring more light into our life. So this is the famous Asatoma Satgamaya chanting. In case you know it, you can prepare for it. If you like to chant it together with me, I will prepare a video on that. So very happy to be with you. Thank you so much, and have a great end of the year, a great start of a new year. It is always so beautiful to have this fresh feeling, this feeling of being newborn. And I just want to share one thought on that. I learned from Sadhguru lately. He has this beautiful quote. He says, we always, like every year, we break our resolutions, usually the New Year resolutions. Why don't we do something different this year? Why don't we break our limits? So I love that. So don't break your resolutions if you make any, and I will talk more on that. Break your limitations, whatever that means for you, wherever you hold yourself back, wherever you allow circumstances to hold your light back to fully shine. I wish you all the best. Namaste.